Welcome back to Discipline and Dumbbells. I'm your host, Spencer Kahn, and today we're going to dive into one of the most misunderstood topics in training: volume, intensity, and frequency. Everyone argues about what matters most. Some people die by high volume, others swear by training to failure, and some say you need to hit a muscle 3 to 4 times a week to grow. But here's what no one talks about. What matters most changes depending on your training experience. If you're a beginner, volume and frequency are your best buds. But as you get more advanced, intensity becomes king. So today I'm going to break down exactly how to use all three so you can actually grow, especially if you've been stuck at the same physique for days, months, or years. Volume. Volume is simply sets times reps times weight. In beginner and early intermediate stages, you grow from almost anything because your body is sensitive to stimulus. You can do 10 to 12 hard sets per muscle per week with moderate weight at an RPE of 6 to 8 or full body 3 times a week, and you'll still explode in progress. Why? Because your body's learning new movement patterns, it's improving coordination and adapting to any mechanical tension. But here's the truth. As you get stronger, your form improves and you get closer to your genetic ceiling and things change. You can't just keep adding sets. Eventually, your body stops responding. This is where most people get stuck, and it takes us to the next topic: frequency. Frequency is how often you train a muscle. Beginners thrive on 2 to 3 times per week because more exposure, more skill development, more quality sets, and still being recovered because weights are lighter. But once again, as you become advanced, your training gets heavier, your sets become more stimulating, and your recovery cost is higher. So hitting a muscle 3 times per week isn't always sustainable or optimal. For most advanced lifters, 1 to 2 times per week frequency with high intensity sets is enough only if the intensity is real. Frequency helps you practice, but intensity creates the actual hypertrophy stimulus. And that's the key. And that's where we dive into intensity. This is the part that people avoid because it's hard. Intensity means how close you train to failure. And once you've built years of lifting experience, it becomes the #1 driver of muscle growth. Most intermediate lifters think they're training hard, but they're 4 to 5 reps shy of failure. As you get more advanced, your sets need to be harder, your reps need to be cleaner, your failure needs to be real failure, your top sets need to be all-out effort, and mechanical tension must be maxed out. You can't just out-volume your way to new growth. At a certain level, only one thing moves the needle: intensity. If your last rep doesn't look like a fight, if you're not bracing and shaking, if you finish your set and you don't need to sit and rest for a minute, you didn't train hard enough to grow. This is why advanced lifters grow better from 6 to 10 true working sets per muscle each week, an RPE of mostly 9 to 10, and lower volume but higher effort. Your body no longer responds to just doing more, it needs deeper, more effective sets. So here's how to apply all this. If you're a beginner, train full body 3 times a week, do 10 to 12 sets per muscle at an RPE of 6 to 8, and focus on form, control, and consistency. If you're intermediate, do an upper lower or a push-pull legs with 12 to 15 sets per muscle group per week at an RPE of 7 to 9, and also start tracking your lifts and start pushing progression. If you're advanced, 6 to 10 quality sets per muscle each week at an RPE of 9.5 to 10, most sets taken to failure. Focus on tension and execution and stop chasing volume and start chasing intensity. Your progress isn't stuck because you need more exercises and sets. It's not stuck because your split is wrong. It's because you haven't learned how to truly train hard. Beginners grow from showing up, and advanced lifters grow from showing up and going balls to the wall. If you want to actually grow, stop worrying about how many sets you're doing and start asking, how hard were those sets? Because that determines your physique. If this episode helped you understand your training better, make sure to subscribe. I'm dropping 5 episodes every week to help you train smarter, harder, and with more purpose. This is Spencer Kahn, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.